Hi, greeting of the day and welcome to our group presentation on Nestle and its sustainability. So now here are the list of table of content.
So this slide represents the company overview and profile of the company. It was founded in 1886. The headquarters is in Vevey, Switzerland. It operates in around 189 countries and has more than 2,000 brands in all over the world. The industry is more related to food and beverage, and it is largest globally. The revenue done by this company was over $100 billion in the last two years, and the focus area is nutrition, health and wellness, and sustainable sourcing and production.
Here is the brief introduction to Nestle. Nestle have been a global leader in a food industry. It is a powerhouse with a wide range of the products which focus on enhancing quality life. It is committed to health and well-being of a consumer like Nestle to healthier kids and plant-based food, and for sustainability and ESG initiatives they are committed to achieve net zero carbon by 2050 to ensure environmental responsibility for a global sustainability efforts. And the side you can see the graphs and sales by product, the highest sales product and liquid beverage, and the best being water, which was a take from Nestle 2024.
Hello, I would like to explain about the company overview of Nestle. As in 1866, Nestle was founded by Sir Henry Nestle, and at that time it was one of the largest food and beverage producing company. And after that, in 1938, they introduced Nescafe, which is one of the most famous as well as instant coffee brand. And they haven't stopped over there. They decided to merge with Maggi in 1947, expanding Nestle products all over the world, not only in seasoning as well as instant food. And after that, they decided in 2018 they formed an alliance with Starbucks, with Starbucks further strengthening their presence in the coffee industries. And to overview, the company doesn't stop only in that, and they think of the future also to expand their market, as they decided to build a coffee facility in Arizona, which show that they will keep on expanding and growing over a period of time.
Here is the business overview of Nestle according to sector and industry-wise. So the key competitors of Nestle are Coca-Cola, Mars Inc., and Starbucks, and it focuses on its key product categories are dairy and dairy alternatives, while beverages and chocolates, culinary, infant nutrition, pet food, and care. And the business presence is on Europe, North America, Asia, and it's over 190 countries. And if you look at the bar graph over here at the side, we can see that Nestle has over 100 billion pounds of revenue according to the Statista.
Now let's have a look at Nestle commitment to ESG. Environmental Nestle is committed to achieve net zero carbon emission by 2050, where they have already achieved 13.5% reduction in GHG emission by 2018. Looking at social commitment, they are supporting small farmers and have been training employees giving health benefits. They have also initiated nutrition programs and food security projects. Lastly, on governance sectors, they have open disclosures on ESG's performance and very strict supplier sustainability policies in act, which ensure compliance with global governance standards.
These slides present about the corporate sustainability and ESG integration of the company. The first is commitment to sustainability. Sustainability is a core aspect of Nestle's operations. It's not just a goal for the company. ESG, as we know, that environmental, social, and governance principles are integrated into all business practices to drive positive changes. For environmental initiatives, they focus on reducing carbon emissions. They have water conservation efforts. They took promotions of sustainable agriculture. For social responsibility, They have enhancing livelihoods in the communities they serve. They ensure fair labor practices among all the people. And for governance and ethics, they have commitment to transparency, ethical conduct, and accountability.
Now let's look at the how AI can help. It can optimize delivery routes while predicting demand or prevent overproduction. It can also analyze the consumer behavior and suggest a personalized product recommendations for production. Installation of AI-powered sensors can detect the defective products and predict potential contaminants risks. On the other hand, AI can monitor soil health and optimize farming techniques which will be beneficial for the sustainable agriculture. Lastly, AI can analyze market trends for a healthier and more sustainable food options like a new dairy-free formulation for a plant-based products.
For the next slide, as you can see, it shows the cost breakdown of Nestle. A financial statement related to improve the percentage of finished product waste, as it has the revenue of about 107 million dollars, and the cost of goods sold is about $55,800. They have the asset of about 130 million dollars, and they have the liabilities of 45,500 million dollars, and operating expenses about 38,200 million dollars. And moving toward the raw material cost breakdown in millions, as they they have the factory scrap of about 75,000 metric tons, and the unit cost is about 0.05. Total cost in dollars is about 3,750. Post consumer and unsaleable, as well as good sample and defectives. They have about 500 metric tons. Unit cost is 0.02 and total cost is 10. Packaging and recycle. It has 80,000 metric tons quantity, as well as you have 3.8 unit per cost, and 3 lakh 4,000 total cost in USD. Moving toward next.
So in this slide, we are talking about the key project stakeholders of Nestle. The first one is investor and shareholders who influence major decisions like funding and bribe ESG. The second one is government and regulatory bodies which enforces law and compliance standards. The third one is employee, which is over 2,700 employee all over the world. And finally, the last one is consumer, whose demands shapes the Nestle strategy and influence project innovation. So at the side, we have a graph showing power interest on one axis. We have stakeholder power from low to high, and another axis we have stakeholder interest from low to high. So here we got employees being low and the investor and shareholder being high.
Now let's have a look at risk register for Nestle. And first one is supply chain. In this ever-changing era, anything can happen anytime, and in a blink of an eye, everything can change. So for businesses like Nestle, disruption in raw materials will be a very critical risk due to geopolitical issues and climate change, which are very highly recurring and very highly likelihood, and the impact will be very high. And second one is sustainability. Every business wants to have a sustainable operations, and failure to meet sustainability goals can lead to damage in reputation, and the likelihood will be very medium for Nestle, and the impact will be very high. And third one is regulatory compliances. Failure to meet compliance with rules can result in huge penalty, leading to the damage in reputation, and the likelihood is very high, and the impact will also be very high. And the mitigation, the department that will be responsible for mitigating this will be legal department. And fourth one is product quality. Contamination and product defects can lead to loss of consumer trust, leading to loss of loyal consumers that were already consuming Nestle products, and the likelihood will be very medium, and the impact will be very high, and the um, department that will be responsible for mitigating it will be quality assurance department. And the last one is cyber security. Data breaches and cyber attacks can lead to loss of company sensitive data, including consumer data, and in this present day, this is very high. This will be very high likelihood to happen, and the impact will also be very high. And the department that will be responsible for will be IT security team, and by addressing these risks, they can mitigate the potential disruption upholding the Nestle reputation that they currently has. Future sustainable prospect for Nestle. As Nestle is committed to achieving net zero carbon emissions by 2050, which is aligning with the global climate goals to reduce environmental impact, and while Nestle being the leading company in food and beverages, they produce a huge amount of waste, and the company is taking multifaceted approach, including investing in regenerative agriculture, transitioning to 100% renewable energy, and it is also electrifying its transfer fleet and supporting carbon offset programs such as reforestation initiatives. And through this effort, Nestle aims to create a more sustainable food system with significantly cutting its carbon footprint so that it can achieve net zero greenhouse emissions by 2050.
This slide is about how Nestle can transit to net zero carbon. To achieve net zero carbon emissions, Nestle is promoting sustainable ingredients sourcing by partnering with farmers for raw materials and soil restoration to improve environmental impact. Furthermore, by investing in carbon neutral manufacturing, by installing energy efficient technologies in production factories, finally advancing in eco-friendly packaging and waste reduction by expanding use of recyclable packaging materials, which will increase in recycling efforts.
So let's look at how Nestle can achieve the net zero carbon emission target. So first one is investing in regenerative agriculture. Nestle can help farmers to transition to sustainable practices such as crop rotation, organic fertilizers, and they can provide financial incentives and training to eco-friendly farming. Next one is switch to 100% renewable energy. As every company is transitioning to net zero carbon emission, and so Nestle can partner with renewable energy providers to accelerate this transition, and they can use solar, wind, or hydro energy to achieve this goal. The third one is eliminate single-use plastics. So replacing plastics has been a huge motto for every company, and for Nestle, replacing plastic packaging for biodegradable and fully recyclable alternatives can be a huge step towards this goal. And the suggestion is to expand paper-based or compostable packaging solution. Fourth one is electrify and transport and logistic. Converting delivery fleets to electric or biofuel powered vehicles reduce supply chain emissions. As many people are transitioning to electric car, so they can Nestle can also you make use of electric cars or electric vehicles for their delivery. And the last one is offset carbon through reforestation. Large scale tree planting initiative can help absorb carbon emission, particularly in supply chain involving cocoa and coffee. And what solution we can give is to expand our agroforestry program in supply chains.
So these slides represents the project recommendations for the company Nestle. The first is expanding plant-based product. As we all know that in this current era, people tends to eat more plant-based rather than having the products with more like chemicals and everything, which is unhealthier for their life. So the company can expand their plant-based products, their varieties. The second is investing in recycling technology. As we know that so much waste gets dumped in this time, so they can really invest in recycling technology, in developing the technology that they can recycle more waste and their cost can be reduced. Third is support sustainable farming. They can partner direct to the farmers so they can get the local products for maybe cheap to make their produce. Fourth is digital supply chain optimization. They can use digital tools or AI maybe to create a digital supply chain. It will increase their demand in the market. Fifth is consumer education campaigns, and last is innovation partnership. They can collaborate with new startups, maybe with new youngsters who know how to develop in sector of maybe technology, which can help them to innovate new things for the profit or for the good of their company.
This Gantt chart represents the initiative taken by Nestle for achieving sustainability from the year 2025 to 2030, and the longer bars represent the long-term projects whereas the shorter bar represent the short-term initiatives. Further moving further, you can see that community engagement education. First point, it shows that from 2026 to 2030, they are raising awareness among the people and community and educating them about the sustainability and about the environmental impact so that they can be aware and take initiative actions to reduce without harming it. And moving further, regenerative agriculture expansion. It showed that from 2026 to 2029 promote sustainable farming method. As previously, we have damaged a lot of damaged soil by using chemical fertilizers and many other pesticides and chemical to increase the production of the crops, but which leads to damaging the soil as is fertility decreasing day by day. So to overcome this, they are providing regenerative agriculture expansion like new technology, new methods to increase soil fertility and help them to improve the soil fertility by providing natural fertilizers which do not harm and increase the productivity as well. Moving further, as you can see, carbon emission reduction strategies it start from 2026 to 2028. It work on reducing greenhouse gases like carbon dioxide and monoxide and many other gases which are damaging our ozone layer. So they are working on it. And moving further, water conservation program from 2026 to 2027, it implement and measure to reduce the water consumption in factories and home and other places so that people are aware and they will take initiative. Mm. Moving further, sustainable packaging and development. Nowadays, packaging is more important as people purchase those goods which are eco-friendly and they are not harming environment because they are educated. So companies are moving towards and the eco-friendly things which do not harm the environment so that their demand of products can be increased. And in this initiative they are start taking packaging in eco-friendly materials so that it won't harm the soil as well as environment. Moving toward the last point, renewable energy integration. In 2026 to 2025 2026, Nestle start with initiative renewable energy sources, which will be helpful for the to recreate energy for in the use of people welfare. Thank you. Finally, these are the references. Thank you.